Dame Dash lost so bad at this Rockefeller auction, it's not even funny. I'm about to detail it step by step. If you do not know, the Rockefeller auction finally ended after a long saga on Friday. It has been sold to the state of New York for $1 million. Dame Dash owes millions of dollars. Okay, you think this million goes towards that? No, not at all. What they did was a creditor's bid. So they didn't even have to put up the $1 million. They just have to, and now they can resell it for whatever they want at no risk. It's a creditor's bid, meaning it does not put money in Dame Dash's pocket. It doesn't go towards his bills, no nothing. And what makes it worse, the asset is only worth what the market can say. Remember, Dane was all on social media saying, "Oh, I'm hearing people want to make millions and millions of dollars. Who wants to come buy this asset and be a boss of Jay-Z?" Are you kidding me? So the bidders, there were only two other anonymous bidders. They bid for $250,000 and $223,000. That is not going to cut it. That did not beat the creditor bid whatsoever. So even though the bank owns it, well, the state of New York owns it, I don't know who they're going to sell it to. I really don't, because it's not worth what the market is willing to pay. It's only worth $250,000. If you would have went to New York and put up your bid, you would have been a higher bid at $251,000. It's like the price is right. So the state had to step in because there was no other way to try to recoup more money than that. I mean, it is just flat out awful. Dame really thought it would be $8, $9 million. That was his best case scenario. That would have got him out of his tax debt to the state of New York. That would have got him out of his back child support to his baby mom, and he would have got on his feet. All right. Now it's none of that. He still owes millions of dollars. He's still in the hole for back child support with no money coming in from the Rockefeller shares. But he's still in the hole for $8.7 million on back taxes alone. It is absolutely a horror show. Absolute horror show. Because he his only valuable asset was the Rockefeller 33%. If that is not moving, if that does not move, which it is not, I don't know where the money's going to come from. So let's talk about the other side of it. So where's Rockefeller now? It is still Biggs, Jay, and now the state of New York. I don't know how they're going to monetize the asset. They have not. They had no really motivation to do so as a cold war with Dame Dash, and now they definitely don't want to make more money for the state of New York for what? And their contention is Jay-Z's going to get 100% of reasonable doubt. That's really the only thing that Rockefeller controls in a few years. So that's going to be another legal battle. So everything that Jay-Z did as far as allegedly devaluing the value of Rockefeller, saying I'm not going to be working um, um, so hard on this asset because it's going to revert to me in 2031 or whatever it is still going to be the same state of affairs. So that money will not help. There'll be no money coming in for Dame Dash on this, and the state is just gonna be stuck with the bag until those years run out. And they could have made. I mean, it's no risk. They didn't really put money in. It's not coming out of their accounts, but they still have an asset that they can't make money out of. The most they would have made again was 250,000 from an anonymous bidder. And I mean, I all this blustering from Dame Dash, it is just bad, man. It is awful. Saying you get these Rockefeller chains if you make enough money or you offer enough money. I might sell it to Cam and Mace for however much money. And when at the end of the day, it came out to an anonymous bid for $250,000. And that's it. That is literally it. It is not looking good for Dame Dash. He's gonna have to be more innovative to get out of this tax debt and back child support. So it's awful, but he came out a big loser on the end of this one. Just to wrap up, just to get a conciseness of it, there was all this money that he owes. Then in fact he got into a dispute with uh, a vendor. They didn't see eye to eye. The vendor sued him. Dame Dash did not show up in court, and in order to get his money, the vendor decided to ask a court, ask a judge to force him to sell his share of the Rockefeller shares. And that's what the judge did. He said, fine, you could do that. He could not find the right partner for whatever reason. I don't know, whatever happened, where we went into an auction. That auction lasted for months, getting the right day, getting the state of New York involved, all this until the middle of November when they finally auctioned it off, and the most amount of money was $250,000. The state stepped in and gave a creditor bid of $1 million, which is absolutely nothing because it's just a creditor bid, and now they own the asset with no risk and will try to sell it from then. But again, the market is not robust for 33% of Rockefeller and really reasonable doubt. It's just bad. It's just absolutely bad. It's just an awful turn, just an awful fall of a black businessman that was really at the top of his profession for a good amount of time, especially at the turn of the century, and to see it come to this, where over a course of a few months he's on live, his teeth are falling out, people are making fun of him. He's trying to convince everybody that it's worth something, and at the end of the day, it's worth really nothing, and he still owes millions.